Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll be talking about the Mycelia update for the game Stasis. I would recommend diving right in, but if you just want a brief overview, then you've come to the right place. Now, I will be showing some locations and new stuff, so just keep that in mind. First off, we got a new boss. The new boss can be found in Rock Fossil Cavern. This new boss is unlike the other boss, the spider, in the essence that it's not within the dungeon. The boss is actually more of a world boss. All players can participate in the fight, and only an offering is required to summon it. The offering can be created in the food crafting station, as it's a new meal that you have to craft and place on an altar within the middle of the map. Once the boss is defeated, you will obtain Valor, similar to the spider boss. So all of your weapons will increase in damage. Now, I would love to go in depth on the boss. However, the boss did have quite a few issues on day one of this update. The devs are going to be working on fixing a lot of the bugs within the Mycelia update, but they're going to be diving into alternative ways of having this boss fight continue on. One of the main issues is lag. And so the way that the boss is structured, be it the area or the fight itself, might get changed up. Whenever that happens, I'll cover it. Now that you have 2 Valor, the world opens up a little bit more. Another major aspect in this update is going to be the construct. The construct is a teleportation hub that you can enter. However, the requirement is having 2 Valor. So you do need to kill both of the bosses before you're able to enter this area. In this area, you can find Lunis. Lunis is a bunny humanoid, and they have a quest for you. If you're able to find some golden shards, return them to Lunis and you'll receive a reward. Additionally, all over the world there are a few beacons. If you need help finding all of the beacons, I'll have a video posted pretty soon. So look forward to that, as it'll be a quick and easy guide for all of the locations and pathing if you need it. Now that we have access to the Teleportation Hub, we can go pretty much anywhere as we want. There is a telescope, and using this you'll be able to teleport to any of the regions in Stasis. So now we'll be moving on to Mycelia. Mycelia can be accessed through the telescope, but it can also be accessed at the port near the lumberjack. This area is filled with mushrooms and has 3 major points of interest. There is the various heights, starting off with the blue, going into the green, and as you climb higher and higher, you'll enter into a yellow area. The green area is filled with fumes or spores. The yellow area is filled with electricity, and down on the ground in the blue area, you'll find the rest of the major aspects. There is a dungeon within this area, and there's also a passage to an area known as Shefoam. Shefoam is another small little town or hub, and you can find merchants and new schematics and items for you to purchase and obtain. On the topic of shops, we now have a grand total of 3, and each of them can have their own different cosmetics displayed. So the shop in Shefoam might be selling something exclusive or something different compared to the shop in Whitecrest. Now we are done with the major aspects, the new boss, the construct, and Mycelia. A few of the lesser details are going to be the mail service, which is new. You're able to receive and send packages and messages. There's a new commission board that can be found in pretty much any little shopping area. At this commission board, you can create new listings where you can list an item that you are willing to trade for either coins or another item. We have a huge amount of new merchants and NPCs as mentioned, especially within Shefoam itself. Fishing was added to the game. Granted, it was a little bit late to the party, but still a very huge part of the update, to be honest. You can now make potions, and you can obtain a large amount of the ingredients from Mycelia. And lastly, combat had an overhaul. You might notice this when you get damaged quite often by an enemy. You will stagger. So picking up that shield might be very beneficial in this update. Going back just a little bit to fishing. Fishing is chance-based and also has a small little mini game within it. Depending on what you reel in, you might have a pretty easygoing minigame or a very challenging minigame where it's sped up and a long chain of combinations that you have to go through. You can catch fish, junk like sticks, old boots, cardboard, or you could get really lucky and fish up a box, more specifically a crate. These crates have a few different rarities, such as gold, copper, platinum. Of course, the higher the rarity, the better the item, as some of the copper items might not have the best of items, but still some something useful like materials. Additionally, fishing similarly to the new boss had a few issues. The devs are working on these issues, so you don't have to worry all too much, but just be wary of them. Other than everything mentioned, we have a huge amount of new items, new materials, new weapons, new runes, new enemies, and much more. This update was absolutely massive, and there's quite a lot to cover. So if you're looking for something specific, don't worry. I'll have a few videos posted very soon covering the various different topics within this update, and hopefully these videos will help you out. That's going to be all from me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see ya.